Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Niall Scott with the Pop XP, and today was kind of an interesting midday lunchtime read for me. Saw an article that the DC Universe is going to have an exclusive podcast deal with Spotify. Now, back in the day, a great source of entertainment was listening to those old radio serials. You had Superman, Batman, the Lone Ranger, Dick Tracy. The list goes on and on. Buck Rogers. Is there a need for that in today's world? Maybe there is, because podcasting is huge. But I don't know if I'm sold on this idea. But before I get into that, make sure to head on over to the Pop XP channel and join our network. Click that subscribe button, smash that bell. This way you get notifications when we go live and when we upload new content. With so many new shows and series on this channel, you can't go wrong. But let's get to the point here, people. We've got something going on here, and it appears that DC Comics is launching a podcast universe on Spotify. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm on the fence, as a huge fan of the DC, CW universe. Besides that, I kind of feel let down by the movies. I definitely feel let down by the comics. The last time I was actually super into DC Comics was, Batman New 52. And then basically from there, it kind of all went downhill for me. What they've done with their whole infrastructure, the changing of characters, what I like. I'm down for new stuff, but it's just force-fed things that I cannot get into. And now we're entering the world of podcasts, another media that I love. I love podcasts. I listen to them every day. I've got a whole freaking menu of them. But what are we doing here, DC? What are we doing with these podcasts? Are these podcasts going to just be shows? Are they going to actually be like syndicated, like old-time serials? Are we going to be listening to the comics we could be reading or the shows we could be watching? Will there be famous actors involved, voice actors? How is this going to happen? We already know Marvel has their podcast deal with Pandora. DC now has their competition with Spotify. But what are they giving us? What other media? I hate saying this because if you know me, I'm a DC kid. And I'll always be a DC kid because even though I don't like the new stuff, I've got my back issues and things. I've got the books that I grew up reading that I still love to read today. But don't ruin another platform for me. Don't enter a world that you're not going to deliver. I want action. I want adventure. I want my superheroes. What are we doing here? Now, this is the first I've heard of DC doing these podcasts. It says here DC is launching another universe to tell its superhero stories. So that's where I'm assuming they're going to be telling stories, that they're going to be hopefully having actors and actresses working together to bring these stories to life auditorily through our ears. But this time it's not an HBO Max or Cartoon Network, it's on Spotify. So they're going to be exclusively on Spotify. The publisher is working on 9 shows for Spotify, including shows about Catwoman, Wonder Woman, The Riddler, Batgirl, Superman and Lois Lane, and more. Although DC creative director Jim Lee didn't give too much more information about those shows and what they'll entail right now. So we don't know what's going on with these. No clue whatsoever. I'm just thinking in my head, you're going to enter another media, and I don't think you guys are going to deliver. The storytelling's not there, Now, if you're giving me something by, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner, then I know I'm probably going to be laughing. I'm going to love what I'm hearing, but I'm not, I will give it a shot. We'll try it out. We'll try it out because we have to. We have to review this. We'll have to see what these products that they're coming out with, this media is. We'll review it. Doesn't mean we're going to like it. I think this is going to make for a great segment on our series, Popped or Not Reviews, because we're going to dissect this stuff because we need to get down to this. We need to button down on what's going on in the entertainment industry. Let's start getting back to great escapism, people. If you can do that with some podcast stories, I'll listen to them. But I don't want to be getting what I'm getting in comics. Seriously. You're not delivering on the pages. What makes you think you're going to deliver in the podcast realm? So we've got here Spotify and DC Comics signed a podcast deal last June. So this is already, over 6 months ago. The multi-year deal was part of a bigger partnership between Spotify and DC Comics' parent company, Warner Media. Thank you, Warner Media. We all know where we stand with Warner Media. The first project out of the partnership is Batman Unburied, which will explore the dark aspects of Bruce Wayne's psychology. We get Bruce Wayne's psychology. What is this? Like, that to me, for my job as a host at Pop XP and my obligation to my fans and viewers, I'll listen to it. But why are you giving me something that's been told a million times? Okay, we get the psychology of Bruce Wayne. How can we change? Give me something different. Come on, give me something different. You know, it's like basically saying we're going to do a podcast on the storytelling of the death of Bruce Wayne's parents. Okay, it's done in every comic series. It's done in every television adaptation. It's done in every movie. It's done in anything that we do. All right, already completely not excited about this. Let's see. So then they get into the competition within the podcast space has heated up over the last few years. I haven't heard about it. DC Comics' biggest competitor, Marvel, has its own podcasting deal with Pandora. I haven't listened to them. Obviously, doesn't seem to be that big of a big deal. The company also has a deal with podcasting platform Stitcher for several series. Both Pandora and Stitcher are owned by SiriusXM. Love SiriusXM. That is one thing. Biggest regret on SiriusXM is I didn't buy the lifetime subscription many moons back. It was like $600. You get it for life, and that was it. Should have done that. Food for thought on the next one. But back to the point of the matter here is, where are we going with this? Where are we going with podcast stories? Okay. Are we going to do anything different, or are you giving us the same stuff that we've been getting, that we've been complaining about? Someone from DC, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this a little more. Get me hyped up. All right. I want to know what these series are going to be about. You know, we've got Wonder Woman. What are we doing with Wonder Woman? What are we doing with Batgirl? What are we doing with the Riddler? Are you going to give us real riddles, you know, that we have to solve for the next episode? I mean, how are we thinking outside the box? Or are we just going to be following this same dry pattern? Come on, let's bring the imagination back. Let's bring the storytelling back. Let's make believe these characters are worth wishing were alive. You know, instead of like, just another weirdo talking. Let's make good content. So I will give these podcasts a shot when they start premiering. We will start reviewing them on Popped or Not reviews. But please, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Is this a smart move? Is this a bad move? Do you think it's just going to be a continuation of the stale effect that we have going on right now? With poor storytelling, rushed material, things being put together too quickly to meet with the times and what's going on in the news and stuff. I mean, do you think they'll get to some cool escapism where you can hop in your car, go to the gym, just do anything, you know, work on a project, a hobby, draw, write, whatever you're doing? Your method, you know, for me, I like to listen to podcasts when I'm doing things. It keeps me focused, entertained. I like thinking while doing. So let's see what they have to bring. DC, would love to hear from you. What are you doing with these podcasts? Fill us in. Come on the show. Love to have you. Again, guys, if you like what we're doing, you've got some thoughts on this topic, comments below, click that subscribe button, and smash that bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload new content. Until next time, friends, I'll see you soon.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.